So what we're going for is a tall upper body. So a straight line from the ankle bones through the back of the knees, hips, shoulders to the top of the head. He's lifted up out of his hips, expanding the space between the rib cage and the pelvis, and his weight should already be set slightly forward on the balls of his feet. Okay, also notice from this angle how his chin stays up through the horn motion. His elbows are nice and wide out of the rib cage, and he's got about a fist and a thumb's width of distance between his sternum and the instrument. All right, everybody, so one thing that's a little different with the technique this year is our initiation. Okay, this time we're going to initiate a full beat before. So we're going to start on count 8. So Brendan here is going to get a count off. He's going to get 8 clicks, and on 8, he's going to move into that heel rolling up position. Go ahead and show us that, Brendan. Yeah, so he's going to roll his heel up so that it's lined up with the opposite ankle bone. His knees directly over the toe, over the big toe to be specific, and he's still standing up tall over his right leg. Okay, so he'll move 80 and into this checkpoint here. All right, here we go. Let's reset. Here we go. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 80 and. So one thing I wanted to point out right here is how when he does initiate the left foot by rolling the heel up to the ankle bone, that vertical alignment that we had talked about earlier hasn't changed. We still have that straight line of body from the ankle bone through the back of the knee, hips, shoulders to the top of the head. Okay, he's not sinking the weight down into his hip. Okay, over that right leg, he's staying up nice and tall through the motion. Cool, good. Then from this point, okay, on A1, so it's 80 and. On the and count, we're at this checkpoint, the knee over the big toe. Heel is rolled up to the opposite ankle bone, which in this case is the right leg. Okay, and on A1, he's going to kick that heel straight forward. Going to do that, Brendan? Okay, just straight forward, toes up. We want to go for about an 8 to 5 stride right here, so a little bigger than that. Okay. Back edge of the heel articulation, high toes, perfectly straight leg. And at this point, no weight has transferred over to that front foot yet. Okay, all his weight is still on that right leg. Go ahead and pick that left foot up to demonstrate that, Brendan. Yeah, so you see how he's shifted back a little bit. That means he put too much weight on that front foot. Let's go ahead and see the whole step now. 5, 6, 7, 80, and 01. Yeah, so again, 1, we kick that heel straight forward. Now his toes and his entire foot are no longer turned out, but facing straight forward in his pathway. Okay, let's see it one more time. 5, 6, 80 into 1. Now breaking down the 4 count kick and roll. So he just did his first articulation, landing on the back edge of the heel on count 1. And between 1 and 2, there's no motion. It's just visual silence. Then on count 2, he's going to push off the ball of that right foot, bend that right knee, and transfer his weight forward over that left leg. Arch, ball. Now his right foot is rolled up to what we call the T. That's with a little bit of pressure on the toe and the ball of the foot, with the arch and the heel up at a 90-degree angle. Okay, also with that right leg, notice that from the hip down to the knee, it's straight down, it's vertical, and then it shoots out at an angle from the knee to the ankle bone. This is the point where in rehearsal, a lot of you guys are trying to straighten out that leg. Okay, so your heel is too low to the ground. All right, that leg should be bent because that knee bent is part of what's motivating the weight transfer along with the push off of that right foot. Another thing to keep in mind here is how his left leg, the articulating leg, stays straight the entire time he's rolling down heel, arch, ball, toe. Toe and heel, arch, ball, toe and heel, arch, ball, toe and heel, arch, ball, toe and halt. Ball, toe and. So this is our and count or crossing count. Very relaxed, very naturalistic. The foot should just be at a loose angle with the toe down and the heel rolled up to the same height as the opposite ankle bone with the knee still bent. Once we pass the ankle bone, that's the point where we'll flex the heel forward into the next downbeat so that the toes are high up into the sky and we articulate on the back edge of the heel. Okay, we are not pointing the toe down so the foot's perpendicular, nor are we flexing the foot. Okay, it's completely relaxed. Okay, and you'll see here that his toe is very low to the ground. It looks like maybe when we stopped here he relaxed it, but it should stay low. Okay, remember we want to drive that ankle bone straight forward, not up and over as if we're stepping over a log or something of that nature. Now I wanted to take a moment to look a little more closely at the halt. Now remember that with the right foot he's still going to articulate in the same pathway, in the same style he started with, toes up, back edge of the heel, straight forward. And as he rolls down into the halt, he'll roll his foot into the turnout we started with. With the left leg, he's still rolling up to that T, the toes still down as if he was going to continue, but then he places it into that same turnout we started with as well. Okay, we always want to make sure we're completing the visual phrase the same way we started. Okay, he's not suddenly going to straighten out the left leg and close it, and he's not suddenly going to go toe down in a tendu type technique into his halt. Okay, we're going to complete the visual phrase the same way we began. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 80 into 1. Now we're going to do that again, and this time around I want you to pay special attention to how tall he's standing. Tall is the key word for everything we're doing. See his vertical alignment as he's halted, and when he takes the step off, okay, he's maintaining that vertical alignment in the upper body, okay, and that's giving him a smooth, controlled motion.